Project Peso. It's a Tuesday. Yep, 28th of April, the second day for this week's trading. And what can I say? We better be careful what we wish for because we just got it. I don't know if I should be laughing right now, but look, we are now hovering over at the 5,800 support level. By tomorrow, if it's going to go down by around 5,800, you know what to do. Keep that dry powder ready. All right, I'm talking about cash right here. We still got 112,000. Earlier, we got some moves. I'm going to show that to you, but basically, total portfolio right now is still 1.2 million, 1,256,143 pesos. And gosh, for today, man, it was a bloodbath. I was checking every hour my stocks, the main stocks that I'm looking at, and we down 20 grand just for today. hmm and it maximized our unrealized loss from 60,000 yesterday to 82,000, more or less 83K today. So, what about that? Uh-huh. So, let's get to the news. So, here we are. PSE market portfolio analysis. Yep, once again, it's the 28th of April. The PSEI today closed at 5,866, down 34.36 points. hmm It's more or less 0.58%. This marks a significant descent as the index tests the critical 5,800 support level. Just like what I said earlier, we got to look out for the 5,800 support level and get our dry powder ready. And look at those stocks that we would like to look at. All right, that you've been looking for, that you've been waiting for the dip. And of course, activate the alpha protocol, lay them all in. So our portfolio's performance today reflected this broader market weakness with a day loss of 23,312 and a realized profit of 82K. Damn, man. Negative 6.76%. So, general market sentiment and macro correlation. The primary driver for today's slump is a risk off sentiment fueled by escalating Middle East conflict risks and oil price volatility. If you look at the current Brent crude oil right now, if I'm not mistaken, it's more than $100 per barrel. So, so as you may know, high oil prices lead to, you got it, inflation fears. The BSP recently raised the target reverse repurchase rate to 4.5%. I bet they did that. No, I believe they did that last week, Thursday or Friday. A 25 basis points hike, citing concerns that inflation could breach the 2% to 4% target through 2026. Sector impact. So in our portfolio here at Project Peso, we are heavily exposed in the financials. Metro Bank. Metro Bank, I think Metro Bank was down, let me see, earlier for how much? Let's see. No, let's check out our portfolio here. So Metro Bank just for today, all right? NBT, where you at? Here. So just for today, it was down 2.19. Mm-hmm. 2.19. And property REITs, MREIT, yep, we got a big score in MREIT. RCR and Plus is under pressure as rising interest rates typically dampen credit demand and increase the discount rates for yield-sensitive assets like REITs. So here's a deep dive for our current portfolio. Okay, so we did sell our SCC, so we are focused now at DMC. By the way, this is the move that we just did today. So let me show you that. So for today, we got a canceled. I was really hesitating, man. 1,255. I was wondering if it would go down to the 8,500 level for the PSEI. I would definitely grab that amount. So 1,255, I canceled it. 1,262 for TEL, I canceled it. But we bought DMC today at 9.59. I think currently DMC is sitting around 9.50. at the end of the trading day, but we bought it right around 9.59, and I'm going to buy some more if it will dip some more. That is, maybe around 8ish or 8. So DMC in total today down 4.90%. Double whammy SCC Semirara is the day's worst loser. This is likely due to coal price normalization and high investor anxiety regarding the 2027 mining contract renewal. Yep. Since DMC relies on SCC to roughly 50 to 60% of its earnings, your DMC position, our DMC position, is trailing this drop. Understood. ICD dropped 0.84%. Not really feeling it that much. You know, ICT's our biggest holder right here. We're still up by 3%, 7,500 unrealized profit. So we'd be keeping ICT most probably if it's going to go down around 680. We'd be grabbing some ICT securities, if you know what I'm saying. Yep, URC hit a 52-week low recently, 59.2 on April 13th. Yep. Today we close at 60.55, shows it is still struggling to find the floor. Ex-dividend date was April 8th, so current price action reflects the post-dividend sell-off combined with high raw material cost concerns. So a possible stagflation in a high inflation environment is bad for consumer staples, and URC definitely is one of the consumer staples. Almost a 3% drop. You know what? Gave it price it at 55. I'm gonna buy some more of URC. That 7% yield is very, very tempting, and it's more than enough if you ask me too, yo. So this was the canceled buy positions we did earlier. We attempted buy limit orders twice, 1,255 and 1,262, and we didn't hit it. I thought maybe we should just wait for it to hit the floor or the support level. Maybe it could break it, maybe not, but definitely we'll be buying tail stop. All right. We made tail quite an ample amount of money, not just right around 50K. We're talking about 3 digits over a 5-year span. It's on one of the videos, so maybe you can check that out. Okay. So here's our strategic analysis for our executions. We successfully filled 2,000 shares at 9.59, just like what I said earlier. It closed slightly lower at 9.50, but still, it's a historically high dividend yield play during a panic dip. It's automatic. Now, here's the big laggers that we have. We have ASIN at almost 26% down and plus 20% down. I know they are quite down right now, and I'm willing to buy some more, maybe more or less 10K worth of each stock, but not right now. I would feel if tomorrow, actually, which is a Wednesday, I'm hoping that we hit the 5,800 floor, and I'll be buying ASIN and plus for sure. So we got our top PSE news, basically. And in general, so for tomorrow, we're ready for whatever is coming. We have 112K dry powder ready to be deployed as long as any stocks on our watch lists dips. We on the move. URC, TEL, plus. If any of them goes down as much as 5%, definitely for sure. That's why we bought DMC earlier. Check it out. DMC really fell 4% for today. Maybe you're going to be sad about it, but I'm much obliged, happy, and excited. So stay for tomorrow's trading, and always, y'all, keep it up. See you next time. All right.